are now listening to the Fantasy Standard Podcast on Talkdown TV with P and Ryan.
Welcome to the Fantasy Standard Podcast on Talkdown TV. This is P. If you're watching, it means you're on YouTube, and we kindly ask that you drop a like and hit that subscribe button. If you're listening, it means you're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Audio Boom, and all other podcast platforms. We also kindly ask that you hit that follow button and leave a review. We have, first of all, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, man.
It's taken us a while.
Yeah.
What is a podcast? And,
but I told them, and the victory lap was a little extensive. That's all.
So let me introduce you. Let me roll out the red carpet for you. Let me put the smoke and the lights and let the audience applaud a little bit more. You want to?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, we got
all of it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the number one superhero in DC Comics. He's a Joker killer at this point. At least for this year, or wait, at least for the year.
For every championship I face him in.
Oh my God! That's a first bomb. We have the Bat, aka Mr. Win Streak during the season, aka Mr. Recovery, aka Mr. Trade for Jonathan Taylor,
aka When It Matters,
aka When It Matters, aka the Giant Slayer, aka
right.
Our boy Shooter, our champion of the fantasy football league, a Yahoo fantasy football league with very, very competitive managers. The Lights Out League champion for 2020, Cadena.
Yeah, John. Yeah. It hurts. I know.
We'll let the crowd cheer a little bit.
Let them hear it. I know. It hurts. It's so hard to accept it, man. I know it is.
So I'm guessing in this episode, you're coming very humble.
Partially. Slightly, maybe. We'll see how it goes, man. I'll leave it at that. I want to. I'll be honest.
Before we get to the other side, I like to warm it up a little bit. So for the new year, tell me your fantasy football resolution for next year. On the spot, bro. I'll come up
on the spot. Yeah, I would have to say improve drive.
Okay.
Drive.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So because I'm already. It's been 4 years, I think 3 or 4 years that I've had the last pick.
Yeah.
So I'm planning like I'm gonna get it again.
Yeah, if you get it, bro, at this point, you might as well just own it at this point.
At this point, it's a setup. That's what that means. At this point, we're gonna have to go check everything.
Bro, you're doing something right. You're the one with the belt this year, so you're doing something right.
I mean, yeah, because I bust my ass the rest of the season.
So that's a good resolution, though.
Definitely just improve on certain areas. It's just drafting, and it's just certain rounds in particular where I see myself second guessing myself a little bit more than usual. So I know exactly what areas I need to work on, and that's, like I said, this. Not going into any more details, that's it.
That's good. I wouldn't want you to reveal exactly what it is you saw.
Yeah.
Just that I think is enough for us, because what I would share is the one word that I thought about when I thought about resolution, and I swear I didn't know I was going to ask this, but it was enough, right? And what do you think I mean by that? Like, I think it's enough of these waiver moves to block, like enough of these like extra waiver moves to like try to. I think I need to play my game and stop trying to like be ahead of the game with everything, right? Like there's certain, there's a lot of people I miss by trying to hoard or trying to like over like own or just trying to like I
had playing defense.
Maybe because I think everyone in our league plays defense anyway, right? We pick someone up because we've heard And the first move
some
is
more than others, though.
right. I'm guilty. And I don't know if that's, I don't know. I've pushed the boundary of the waiver move limit, right?
Yeah.
But I think that next year I'm going to employ a little more patience to my strategy in that regard.
Gotcha.
I can make impactful moves without having to make all of the moves.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, definitely.
I've learned, guys. I've learned from my losing ways.
Nah, if there's anything that I can say about this season is, and it has nothing attached to obviously me winning the championship. It's just how I really feel. This is the season where I've learned the most. And every season you learn, but this season in particular, I don't know why. I mean, obviously, once I sit down and I start getting ready for next year, I'll come across that answer. But yeah, it was definitely impactful as far as how much I was able to grow.
If you took a pulse check around the league and you asked everyone, in terms of this year, how impactful was it to your learning? I think this would be one of the years that most of the people learn the most. And honestly, if you denied it, you're lying.
And if you didn't, it's a damn shame.
And if you did, that's a problem. You said it, bro.
Yeah, it makes sense. It's just complete sense, man. That's all it is.
I don't know if I should ask you this on the other side, but I'm gonna ask you this here. Being a champion, two-time champion, what did this championship mean to you as opposed to the other one? Because they're fun to win, but what did this one mean to you compared to the other one?
Well, the first one was obviously the first championship, so it brings its own meaning. But this one is just a little bit sweeter because
The
of
path, the path.
pressure. Yeah, the path, but it was just the pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Because the pressure that was external was on par with what I had internally.
So that's like
it was so it was tough, man.
Yeah, I can imagine.
It was tough, and then but at the end of the day, that pressure was what made me confident for some reason. That pressure was what made me change the name every week. When I would look at the matchup and I would look up and down, like, no, it's not happening. I'm gonna win this.
Right.
And it worked out my way, man. God willing.
Well, welcome to the +2 club.
Yeah. It's not easy getting here.
Yeah.
It is not easy.
One thing before we head to the other side, I just wanted to say that in light of everything that's happening in our political climate, I like this to be an escape for us, but I like us to be conscious of what's happening. So one thing I do want to do is for the sake of what's happening, there's something that I want to know if I can read to share. It's a quote,
Sure.
And I think it's super fitting for what's happening right now. And it was Abraham Lincoln who actually said this. So I thought that, I was on a call today for work and I was just embarrassed because, I heard from my country, but there's hope in all of this. And even though we don't see it, I think there is. So the quote was, "We are not enemies, but friends. We must not be enemies. Though passion may have strained, it must not break our bonds of affection. The mystic chords of memory will swell again when touched, as surely they will be by the better angels of our nature."
That's deep.
So, let's head to the other side.
Yeah.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, a brief moment to recap the Lights Out Fantasy Football League. Lights Out League, where you never know what Nelson will do next.
And we're what? Yo, hold on. And we're back. That was quick.
All right. Yeah.
So, 2 cents. Huh?
That was a deep quote.
Right? That was good.
It basically means there's hope.
Yeah. Like We can disagree, but I think that this is sports. I think this platform is a perfect chance, and I think our 2 cents. Let's just have a brief discussion, right?
Yeah.
I think we lose sight of the fact that we're Americans and we're fighting on the same team, and the fact that we can delineate that and separate ourselves. I can root for the Bills, and I can sit next to someone that believes in someone completely different, but we can both root for Josh Allen and for his success. Why can't we do that for our country? I might not agree with you that this is the best running back and this running back is better than this wide receiver. Why can't we apply that to politics somehow? And I know it sounds easier, and I know I'm oversimplifying it, but if we can dumb it down in sports, then at least the least we can do for the sake of our country is to at least try to, hold the line together.
Yeah, man, definitely. It's terrible.
Yeah.
What's going on, man? I feel bad for the ones that are causing it,
Yeah.
for everyone that's watching it, because you end up feeling some type of way by witnessing the history, and it's unfortunate, but it's history.
Yeah.
It's gonna go down in history, and it's a bad representation
Yeah.
of the overall just goal and what we want, pretty much. You get me? And I I'm gonna remain hopeful. Just wish we'll call it wishful thinking.
I mean,
And
isn't what this country was built on, right? Like,
yeah,
hope. Like,
yeah, yeah, definitely, bro.
it's unfortunate.
There has to be some level of that.
Yeah. It's unfortunate, and I think this is a great opportunity for us to reassess whether or not we are as great as we say we are.
It's a great moment in history that exposed so much.
Yeah.
There's so many laws, so many things that need to get changed.
100%. And I think it's coming, and I
Yeah,
think we need to do it together.
yeah,
Let's just
definitely.
let's root for America. Like that's the we're all rooting for the same team.
Yeah,
It's easier said than done, right? It's rooted in a lot of things that's happening. Again, I'm not trying to oversimplify it. I'm just saying that we can all agree this is a bad time for our country. So
it looks even worse.
right, exactly. But again, this isn't a political show. I just wanted to kind of give it a little bit of. Do you have anything else for your 2 cents, or
Um, uh,
you get both of them?
I wanted to.
Go for it.
I look. I'm gonna be honest. I wanted to brag. I wanted but it was such a long season, man.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be honest again. It when it happened, when I realized it was settled, I won.
Mm-hmm.
One of the first things that happened was that I realized how much energy it had consumed, because it was such a relief immediately. Like,
Yeah.
it's over.
Honestly, I felt that when I lost,
Over.
and I think the commish also felt it when he lost, and I'm sure Ryan when he lost.
Yeah.
Although we joke about the 4 championships and losing them, I'm sure that sucks.
Listen,
Right?
listen. That in itself, I don't care what nobody
And it
said.
has
Like,
nothing to do
as
with the
much.
money, right? Like it has
No,
nothing
but
about
listen,
the money.
it's just another point. Doesn't matter. Like, it's tough losing those 4 championships, but you gotta give credit where it's due, bro. Like, that in itself that's a scary achievement, bro. Like, that's an achievement in its own, to be able to say that you've been there 4 times.
To be able to say that you haven't missed the playoffs.
Yeah,
Like,
and then you think of you do the math. You do the math. Like, he got his money back 4 seasons. Like, he played for free, and he got a little bit of pocket change. You get me? So
I think, you can still. I think even he appreciates the jabs and stuff like that because he knows he's
yeah,
got to take it, right? Like as a
yeah,
Bill
yeah.
fan, no one knows more about that than me, right? I've suffered through it, but there is redemption. Wow,
Yeah.
serious? There is.
It could be. It could
Look at
be.
these boys now.
It could be, man. That defense wins championships, and that boy, that quarterback, could be the difference maker. So
yeah. So nah, man. Actually, you got anything else? Or you want to just get right into the matchup? Let's dissect it. We can talk about.
nah,
Or you just
yeah.
want this platform, or you want to stand on this platform and just keep talking your shit.
Now, shout out to all the fellas in the league, and Mike, Pootie, John, just everybody. Keith, I know you're there somewhere, man.
Yeah, we're
we gonna find you.
Carl was spying on us. Carl was spying on us the other day.
Yeah, Carl, London, everybody, man. Shout out to everybody, and because I know I wasn't the only one that put in a lot of work, and it was fun. It was a fun season. And I hope just like me, everybody learned a lot, because I definitely grew a lot.
Oh, is that like secretly a challenge? Like, get your shit together. Everyone?
I mean, you can take it that way if you want. You know what I'm saying? It's scary. I did win the championship, and I got better.
It kind of hit me that way.
It's just I was able to adapt and like I said, just learn, man.
Yeah. I saw it. I think we also saw the growth in season, and the fact that we were documenting it on the podcast, I think what allowed me to even go back and look and see for myself again. It happened in front of me. Like, wow, this is happening in front of us, right? Like, so it even made me reassess myself as a host on the show and what I'm observing. Yeah, but to piggyback to what you're saying, I do want to say that our league reached its 10th year this year, right? Or the one that just passed. That was our 10th year, right? Yeah. So regardless, I do want to say that we have a tendency of grouping he hate me with the commish. And I want to take this opportunity to say that I appreciate the commish just as much as I appreciate HHM for HHM sharpened my blade as a manager, a fantasy manager, a person that watches the game a certain way. But the commish has handled this better than any commissioner I think could have. And yeah, we have our squabbles and we poke and stuff like that, but it's not easy to have a personal life and deal with a whole bunch of grown-ass babies, babies.
And he's definitely grown himself as well, yes. Man. Like he's evolved as a commissioner, and it's definitely shown, and it's appreciated.
Yeah, so I just wanted to take this time definitely to salute our commish. HHM we salute all the time because of his accolades with the fantasy championships, but I think
we don't want to do that too much. Like
the commish aspect, my brother.
He already got enough money in his pocket.
and yeah, and thank you for the partnership as well with helping with the show. I pick Cadena's brain a lot here. I try to do this with people that are gonna give us some really good feedback to bring you a very quality product. So thank you, commission, everyone in the league. We'll be back next year stronger. On that note, wait, anything else? I told him he's the producer of the show, so I'm taking my cue from him.
Just one more thing I can't forget.
Let's go.
I can't forget. John, bruh, thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, brother. And I'll see you with another trade next year.
Oh my. Yo, wait, do you have consecutive years with a trade with him?
I don't know.
Or are you already like booking it that you're gonna?
Hell yeah, I'm gonna trade with him. He's my good luck charm. Yeah, man. By knowing him and what I've learned with conversations with him, he's not gonna be trading with me next year. I think he said that on the chat already.
like Will, right. I think I try to trade with Will every year, and he tells me no, flat out. He tells, and I don't even try to negotiate. I just say, all right, bet, yo, next I'll try again next year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
same situation.
On that note, anything else?
We're good to go, bro.
All right. So we are going to recap the game that happened. Normally we go to recap the week before, then the standings, then the matchup. But this time, what we're going to do is we're going to dissect the entire matchup and try to get your psyche day to day if we could. What do you think?
Yeah.
All right, perfect. Since we have the champ here, might as well focus it on the champ. Man, your game was not close not close at all, actually. It was Why So Serious 88, the Bat 118. The projections were the opposite, 114 and 93. Which was a common theme for Why So Serious all year, right? Like you saw those projections were consistent throughout.
I just want to say the score is not really showing what was going on with those games. It was a lot closer than what the score says, in my opinion.
I think the score
it was in fact because of
the score potential at the score potential at a certain point had it to where the probability was like, okay, damn, he might make a move.
Yeah, it was all because it was one play away, pretty much, from one or two players. One play away from just.
Was it the Saturday games? So you had Saturday games that were impactful to your score, right?
Yes, and I had a lot of players on Saturday.
So who did you have? I
had Gaskin.
Who put up 28? Gaskin with 28. Gronkowski with 17.
17.
Right.
Exactly.
Two touchdowns each of them.
Yes, and I believe
Jefferson had 8. Taylor. Oh no, Jefferson didn't play that day. Did he? Was it Jefferson that played first? I think did he play?
No, it was Gaskin. Taylor played on Sunday.
Okay.
Gaskin played Saturday against the Raiders.
So you putting up 28 and 17 on a Saturday is
just getting 30 points from our RB2.
Yeah, and your tight end 17. That's
and the way it happened. Did you watch the game?
Not necessarily.
Well, listen, Grunt only had 2 catches, and both of them were touchdowns.
He had a Mike Evans game.
It was insane.
Wow.
It was insane because the flow of the game didn't really look like it was gonna go his way. Mm-hmm. So for him to have every catch to be a touchdown was just a blessing in disguise. And it was, I'm not gonna lie, when that game was finished, it was one of the things that made me believe even more that it was gonna be in the bag. It was just the way it happened. There's no way. Like it looked like the game flow looked like he wasn't gonna get anything from it. And then out of nowhere, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns.
Jeez.
Come on.
So you had your that Thursday game, wasn't it Minnesota and New Orleans?
I believe it was.
That's when Jefferson got 8 to start your scoring.
Yeah.
And then Saturday, because I remember 8, I was like, okay, Jefferson didn't go off.
Yeah.
Right. So let's see what Gaskin and Gronkowski can do, right? And then Saturday they came up and they more than made up for Jefferson's upside if you even needed it, because 8 is a great score for him for a wide receiver too.
Yeah, no, I was expecting a lot more, obviously, but it was a respectable amount, because at the end of the day, at this point, you just need all the points you can get. Yeah. And I was gonna be happy with anything from his situation, because he was facing New Orleans, and it wasn't gonna be a breakout game. I knew that for a fact. So
something to note on this matchup: we normally don't look at the bench, but we will, because this is the last game. You had Carolina. Well, you picked up Carolina.
Yes.
He decided to stick with Houston against Cincinnati. Yes. I thought that was an interesting pickup on the defense, but I do remember that Ryan had Carolina before, and they didn't score for him like you would expect one of those.
Throughout leading up to the final games, it was just a back and forth. And me on my side, I was as soon as I was done with a player that was playing either Thursday or Saturday, like I was picking up and playing defense, and I had a feeling, I don't know why, that he was gonna try to switch up his defense or try to prevent me from switching up my defense. And I had to make sure that that's when I sent the message to the chat where I was saying gotta make sure that all my bases are covered and everything is taken care of. So there was a lot of defense being played in that round. A lot of defense.
Honestly,
on my end.
Honestly,
and it helped because it would have been a difference maker. It would have been a huge difference maker if he would have picked up Carolina and played them.
Big difference, yeah. Looking at his side, not much Thursday or Saturday going on there. I don't think he had any. Right? I don't think he had playing.
No, I don't think. I'm not sure if he had anybody.
I don't think he had anybody. So you look at Jefferson putting up 8, you feel decent going into Saturday, and then you see Gaskin putting up 28, 2 touchdowns. You see Gronkowski 2 catches, 2 touchdowns. So that's a little more imposing because that's your RB2, a guy Gaskin who you didn't even know if he was going to carry the load again. Like the backfield is a little crowded there, but it's Las Vegas, and we've talked about Las Vegas run defense.
Exactly, and that's the exact reason why I put him in there. Yeah, I know. And he's been consistent. So and then I had to make sure
Fitz coming in, and
yeah, and then you add the fact that it was pretty much the best option available. There's nothing on the waiver wire to replace him. Try to get anything better than what I was expecting.
Yeah,
at least double digits.
Nice.
So the matchup was good, so that's why he was in there.
Yeah, and then we got to Sunday, and we had J.K. Dobbins. You think that he's going to have a big game, and he gets a little banged up with his chest after he scores like that touchdown, and done for the game. So 13 points could have been a bigger game, right?
That was scary. I'm not gonna lie because Dobbins is good.
That
could have gone left.
The Badgley play was a really good play, and those of you who are watching, next year we are going to create paid content, and I've created some formulas. Ryan has created some formulas, and I know some people in the league. We're going to give them a chance to share some tips, paid tips. And maybe a chance for the guys in the league make a little bit money for their trouble too. But we will offer some insider content and to share how Ryan maybe came up with his decision. So we might share it. maybe, but I have a few I've come up with. Ryan has a few he's come up with, and we were thinking about maybe let's see what happens if we maybe put out a feeler. Would you buy that stuff? So let us know in the comment section below. Email thefantasystandardtfs@gmail.com. Let us know what you think.
And with that,
but I think the early game, was it Henry that played in the early game? Henry and they played the night game. The Tennessee Green Bay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That night game.
Yeah. So Allen Robinson. He picked Allen Robinson as the person that was going to win the matchup for him. You remember?
Yeah.
And Robinson, 10 points. That's a good Robinson game. But that's basically his ceiling's been capped because of his quarterback play all year.
Yeah, that amount of points is determined by the game, flow of the game. If you look at the score, he's been decent all season. So I always look at that. There's certain receivers that get away with that, and they, even though the defense is being concentrated on that player, they'll still be able to produce great numbers. But some teams can get it done, and that was a matchup that I always was looking at, and I just didn't see him having a breakout game. I knew he was gonna get his points. I knew he was gonna get something around 12, 13. So
look at this.
I didn't expect much.
Since week 12,
Mm-hmm.
13 targets, 74 yards, 2 touchdowns. Then week 13, 7 targets, 75 yards, decent. Then week 14, 13 targets, 9 catches, 123, a touchdown. Then week 15, 5 targets, again single digits, 4 for 83. Then 13 targets, again double digits, 10 catches, 103 yards.
But
And then
if you listen to the stats, there's one thing in particular that stands out. He's getting a lot of love from his quarterback.
oh yeah,
But he's not getting touchdowns.
and the games aren't like they're alternating.
Yeah.
13 targets,
Exactly.
7 targets, 13 targets,
Yeah.
5 targets, 13 targets, 5 targets for week 17.
Yeah. And the like I said, the touchdowns matter.
Yeah, big time. So you picked who did you pick? Taylor?
Yeah. Taylor was gonna. Yeah, that's who I thought was gonna be my
2
difference.
touchdowns.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just he's been matchup proof since I think it was week 8, 9. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And I just felt confident in the fact that the Pittsburgh Steelers are just not playing up to the level of football that we've been seeing from the beginning of the season, and it's a copycat league, man. They got exposed, and that's the reason why they were losing those consecutive games. And Indy was on the up and coming, and Taylor was finally getting his shit together.
Mm-hmm.
It made sense. I honestly expected what Gaskin gave me from Taylor, but I'll take it, man. 19, almost 20 points. What? Yeah. A lot of love. A whole lot of love. Thank you, John. Oh man.
Hey, I think if you go back to the beginning of the Fantasy Standard podcast, we said it on the show that Taylor could be a league winner. Just saying.
Oh yeah, it was definitely stated.
We're not expert, and yo, and
Hey.
the other thing I do want to say is that I will never say I'm an expert. I'm not saying that to say I'm an expert. I'm just saying we said it.
Well, let's give credit where it's due. John said it. He will be the league winner.
Yeah. No, but I said that we said that even around the draft time, bro.
Might have.
we did.
Yeah.
We did. We just didn't like. I think the confusion was that we didn't that the draft value at the time didn't match, but we didn't deny the talent.
What round did he draft him?
I think third
Round?
or fourth, yeah. So that was the knock on the move there.
Yeah.
But league winner nonetheless. Jonathan Taylor standing up.
Yeah.
MVP.
Yeah.
Is that your MVP?
I don't know, man. Look at Gaskin. I can really say I will have to be honest, if I'm gonna give the MVP, looking at my team right now, for that one game, it would have to be Gronk. It would have to be Gronk. Like he went in there and gave me exactly what I needed. They made 2 catches, 2 touchdowns. That's it. You kidding me? 17 points from what was expected to be like 7 points.
Yeah, I'll tell you what.
I mean,
if you told me that's yours, that's dope. If I could certify a runner up, I would give it to Gaskin.
Gaskin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was say yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Gaskin was the one that set the tone for your win.
Yeah, but the reason, like I said, I'm saying, the reason I'm giving Gronk the nod is because of the way it happened.
Yeah,
and what I was expecting.
Yeah, how precarious it was, right?
Right.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns.
And then Gaskin, I was expecting more or less a great game from him. You get me? Like I was expecting a good game from him.
Okay.
You get me? So
All right. I
Obviously,
guess I'm speaking. I guess I'm speaking from the lens of me, right?
No, of course,
you
no.
had more,
I
you
understand.
you
I
had more
understand
confidence.
exactly what you're saying.
So you had more confidence. I like that, bro.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah. So Gronk, I give it to you. Yeah. And tight end, to get 17 from your tight end.
Yeah. It was. Listen, it was an emotional moment.
Yeah, that's big. That's big.
It was an emotional. That second touchdown when it happened, I almost lost my voice, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. Yeah.
Actually, I'm sorry to cut this off right now, but I'm gonna play you a message because I just got some satellite feed from Ryan. Couldn't make it. He's actually Elimination Air had some travel issues, and the pilot actually wasn't in the cockpit when we took off. I don't even know how that happened.
What?
So Ryan landed on an island. Apparently, he got off the plane and he left us a video for you. And I'm gonna play it for you. Then I'll play it for you after this.
Okay.
But I'm gonna leave some space here for Ryan's address from his island. Elimination Air. Again, the black box has not been found, so we have not been able to disclose the location. But hopefully Ryan can come back and get back into his championship, maybe hopefully winning ways. But without further ado, here's the footage, and we'll see you on the other side.
What's up, guys? I don't know if y'all heard the news, but I was able to jump off Elimination Airlines and parachute my way onto an abandoned island. And I'm currently sitting in this bunker preparing for the 2021-22 season. Man, what another year and a tough loss to a great team, Enrique's team, man. I wanted to come on here and congratulate him and shout him out for making these calls week to week, man. They were amazing, to be honest. And my team just couldn't finish what we wanted to finish, but no excuses here. We're not John. We're ready for next season. I've managed to find some Wi-Fi here on this island, and we're already prepping for next year. So we'll see you then, and peace out.
All right, Rye, we wish you luck, buddy. Maybe you got Wilson over there with you.
Lifting coconuts.
Hope you got Wi-Fi over there. Oh yeah, let's continue on. I'm sorry, I just wanted to make sure that I just got that video. I don't know how I even got it through, so shout out to you, Mr. Runner Up.
Yeah, yoga.
Yeah, but he's dangerous, man. He's dangerous. So let's look at there was a move that I don't think 75% of fantasy managers make. What move do you think that is on his side?
If there was a move,
there is a move that he made that 75% of fantasy managers don't have the balls to make, and it's probably more. It's probably like 85, 90.
The quarterback, I would have to say.
Yeah.
That was.
So what did he do?
It was gutsy, but it's just looking at his options, with Russell not really giving him what he expected. And then the matchup, like, come on, you got Aaron Donald coming after you. I don't care what QB it is. Like, I'm not gonna expect a good game.
Yeah.
But you look at that. Even with playing the Rams, he still got him 21 points. 21. The thing is that the matchup was there, and he's smart. You know, you got to find that great matchup. You got to go after those points. And Hurts has been playing great.
Yeah, he has
as of late.
He got that juice, and he got the rushing.
The thing is that Dallas has been last 4 or 5 weeks is playing good too.
Yeah.
You get me? So
yeah, he turned the ball over a few times. It wasn't a good game for Jalen Hurts on the field, but 22 fantasy points. I mean,
but it would really, like, even with that, look, 2 interceptions and the fumble.
Yeah.
Even with that, if he would have been left in the game, this would have been looking a lot different. I mean, it would have made a difference.
Yeah.
Like, I'm realistic about that.
Yeah.
He probably would have gone over 30 points.
I thought he was on his way to 30 the way he started the game, but
Yeah.
yeah.
You know, the turnover slowed it down, and that substitution was baffling.
I mean, you know, I think this is the first time Tyreek Hill didn't score double digits for you in a while.
Yeah, this was one. It was.
Wow.
I didn't expect much, but I just couldn't sit him down because
Tyreek Hill failed to score double digits for you. How many times? I have it in front of me.
right now. One.
I have it in front of me, but I just couldn't believe it. That was only 3 times.
Yeah.
And one of them he got 8.8. So you take that all day.
Yeah. Nah. He's been dealing with some hamstring problems, so I didn't really expect him. But again, like I said, I can't sit him down. There's just no way you sit Tyreek
at all.
Even with one leg, he's faster than half the
yeah, exactly. I saw that Jalen Reagor move, and I was like, it makes sense. You got a nice little lead. You know, Reagor, it was getting involved in the offense. Hurts was involving everyone. But I think the problem was that Deshaun Jackson had come back, right?
Yeah. Nah, actually, if you watch the game, the catches were there. Like there were a couple. There was a touchdown or two that he dropped. Mm-hmm. Or the pass was just not really there, and there were some other catches where he would have gotten a substantial amount of yards on, but it didn't happen. But I'm happy because, like I said, I was watching the game, and if those plays would have went my way, if he would have caught that in the end zone, this would have been his flex spot would have looked a lot different, a lot better than Dobbins. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Let me do something. Let's call this devil's advocate. Let's do a what if. What if you would have been managing Ryan's team? What would your starting lineup have been? Considering even the people on your bench, maybe the bench, the defense, or the.
To be honest, knowing his starters, I would honestly, I wouldn't have done the Bagley, the kicker move. I'll be honest. I would have had somebody else. Defense wise, I wouldn't put in Houston.
Okay, you would have.
I would have had picked up somebody from the waivers, so I probably would have had Carolina.
Okay.
So, and then as far as Beasley concerned, I wouldn't have started Beasley either.
Who would you have started?
Jesus Christ.
You see where I'm coming from, right? Like I think that I would just to see it from your lens.
Let me see what was available there though. You see, he had Angler and he dropped him.
So that would have been your guy.
I would have honestly, yeah. No, actually, no. Wait, hold on. Because I was gonna pick up Crowder too.
Oh,
That's who I was really torn with. I didn't pick him up last minute, but I would have started Crowder, and Crowder went off that game.
Yes, he did. Is it safe to say that you would have started either Russ or Hurts, or would you still have made the move to start Andy Dalton?
No, I would have started Hurts.
Okay.
That was the.
It's a solid move, but I think 2020.
Yeah, it was. Right? Yeah, it was the solid move. It was the best move to go with.
So other than that, your team is locked in.
Yeah.
Okay. I liked some of those moves. It's interesting because maybe I would have made a different move. I probably wouldn't have started Aguilar.
I would have, because he's had him on his bench for a couple of weeks now.
And if you remember, every time he played him, he doesn't do anything for him.
Yeah.
So it's one of those. It's like Hakeem Nicks for me. Hakeem Nicks for me. I knew, like, every time I had him, he didn't do anything for me. And
damn, Hakeem Nicks, bro.
We go back, bro. We go back. Oh, newsflash.
He broke your heart, brother.
So many times. That damn toe injury. I'll remember turf toe for the rest of my
Oh
life.
my God.
Yeah. Because I remember because I picked up Ramses Barden on a Monday night game, and instead of starting Ramses Barden, I started like somebody. I knew I should have started Ramses Barden. That's the only reason to pick him up that week. And he got like 2 touchdowns or a touchdown that week. And then next week I start Ramses Barden and he gets 0.
Yeah.
I'll never forget you, Ramses.
And it's crazy because that happens so often. Every
So that's
week.
the Algalore effect with Ryan. I'm sure it's like, I'm not
Yes.
starting him, bro. He's not going to do nothing for me.
Yeah.
You know, it's those little nuances, man, that we like. For me, my luck will probably be different if I started him.
Yeah, you can say that. Definitely.
Luck
Gonna swing a different way.
Luck be damned. No, but I mean, but I think by Sunday night we knew what the fate was, right? The Bills game was really just a novelty.
When did you think it was over?
I'm gonna tell you when I thought it was over. I
At what
thought it was
point?
over around the halftime at that Tennessee Green Bay game.
Halftime?
Yeah, around that time. I just didn't see I've been watching a lot of the election stuff. So Steve Karnacki, he's like, I don't see a path. I wasn't seeing a path
Gotcha. No, I get it.
to victory.
Me, it was the beginning of the fourth
Okay.
where I was.
So around the same
wouldn't say
time
I
we
would-
were having the same epiphany.
I wouldn't. Hold on. I wouldn't say I thought it was completely done, but it was the point of time where I started to get comfortable
Okay.
with the idea, like, holy shit is about to happen. Like, it's really like, I'm about gonna do this. Like, yeah, it's gonna happen.
It's really
And
good.
then I started, letting people know around me, like, you watching this? Like, you paying attention? So, yeah, it was fun. It was very fun.
It was fun. This game was fun to watch. I don't know if it's because we had the podcast and we knew that we were gonna have like the winner on, or that we've been talking shit for so long, and both of you guys had different paths, but same but different to the championship, and it was just fun. I think that for the first time, genuinely, because you say congratulations, you're like, man, fuck you, you know what I mean? Like, you see that I want to be there, but this time I was like genuinely happy for the people that were in it, and it was very entertaining, and I was happy. I think that part of what you're saying is I have to acknowledge some fantasy fatigue. I think I was experiencing some fantasy fatigue, and it was fun to be a fan for once. And I applaud your success, both of your success, but yours especially, because I think if we had odds, you'd probably be the person that
No, I had the least. I had a 9% chance.
Yeah.
Mike had like London had like a 29. Mike had like a 27. Then Ryan had like a 20 or something like that. It was something I had looked at. Right. Excuse me.
Pooty, where was his at?
Pooty had like a 9.
Oh, he didn't even crack 10%.
Nah, I think I had the 6.
Nah, Pooty, we need to call whoever came up with the odds, bro.
Nah, but yeah, the odds is definitely stacked against you, man.
Yeah, nah, and that's why
beginning with that first match, I was an underdog in every game.
Yeah, I think you were underdog since you went like 1-3 or some shit like that.
Yeah. Since week 12, I was the only game I was in the underdog was with Nelson, and even that game was close. He could have beat me, and if Nelson would have won, I would never have gone into the playoff.
Wow.
Because I needed to win every game since week 12.
Oof.
To do anything.
Man.
You hear me? So yeah.
Well, shout out to Nelson.
Yeah, for losing. Thank you.
Anything else on this matchup, man? Again, congratulations. This was a fun one to keep track of. This is our last one for our league.
Nah, That's it, man.
Yeah, I appreciated the strategy. I think that the two of you took the same approach in a way of blocking, trying to block or figuring out who wants who. I think you were more successful in some of your moves with the Carolina block and the quarterback block, Dalton. That was a good move. Although I thought you were going to play him, it would have been a good play.
I don't know. It's just
I think Tannehill.
It was right. I had to ride it down with Tannehill, bro.
Yeah.
It was,
and you made a good move. I think that 20 is a very safe 20. Yeah. It's a very solid 20, right?
But listen, it was scary, man, because when that snow started coming down.
Yo, these people, that play action is never gonna be out of order over there, man.
My God.
Speaking of which, Tannehill looks like a good QB in that offense, man. So
of course, he completely turned around that franchise.
More proof that Adam Gase is a quarterback killer. So Andy Dalton, hey, don't sleep on Andy next year. See where he ends up next year. He could be a steal.
Yeah, definitely.
Not Andy Dalton. I'm talking about what's the boy from the Jets? Darnold. Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold. Oh, okay.
Sorry, Sam Darnold. Sneaky. He probably was held back by the quarterback killer. I wanted to quickly go through the Lights Out first annual TFS awards. We have all of the tallies. They have been counted and recounted and certified. So, are you ready? So the first category was the Troll of the Year, and to no one's surprise, our champion here won the first one. So congratulations, my brother. To you, do you want to say a few words?
Yeah, man, it's just my own way of applying pressure. That's all it was.
It worked this year, man.
I had to, man. It was just too much going on, too much back and forth, and I'm not one to keep quiet.
Yeah. And we heard you loud and clear.
Oh, yeah, make sure.
The second award is Bust of the Year, and we're gonna give that to Let's Go. Let's Go. You have been voted Bust of the Year. So he won something this year.
Jesus Christ.
So the third is the Most Improved Manager, and to no one's surprise, it's Pooty.
Yeah.
Pooty, yeah, we were going into the year like looking at other people's histories, and Pooty was one person that I was especially interested in seeing his progression, because I couldn't really get a gauge as to where he was. But this year, despite what John might say, and despite what anyone that's skeptical of what I'm saying or acknowledging, I think that I see what he sees, and I see you, bro. So I like
his moves got him where he was at.
Yeah. So
definitely upgraded.
So most improved manager to Pooty, the dumbass award. And let me tell you something. This I didn't create this list. This is a group effort, right? I'm not gonna say the names, but this is a group effort. These votes came in from the league. Okay, I have the proof, right? So the dumbass award has been, Nelson was voted for the dumbass award. Again, I have the votes. I can totally confirm it. But that's what happens in this league, man. And going to the next one, we have the toilet award.
Wait, before we even go into the next one, hold on. I'm pretty sure that at this very point, Nelson would give himself that just based on one thing alone, and it was that trade.
Oh, okay.
You get me? So
yeah,
I'll leave it at that.
We've spoken about, exactly. So you got that, and then the fifth is the toilet award.
The what?
The toilet award. You flushed your season down the toilet. And that's Abdullah. So Abdullah, man, you're a two-time champion. Racking up them. So let's go. Toilet award. 6, best podcast interview. I was surprised, but John won this one. Not that John didn't give me a good interview, but John won this one. Moment of silence. Let's
Yeah.
go to the next one, and that is the best waiver wire pickup of the year. No, best trade award. Best trade award is 7th, and the best trade award. Who do you think won it? Mike won that one.
I mean,
Yeah.
you would have to.
Yeah. I mean, if we want to think the best trade at the time.
No. Listen, if we're gonna say the best trade, we will have to look at other trades. But the most impactful, was that trade.
I guess this is why that one was voted.
And all you gotta do is look at the score for his final game.
Yeah.
Get me? So, come on, man. They look like PPR, bro.
Come on, man.
My man playing PPR, bro. Really?
Yeah, that was wild. That was a thing to behold.
That should be his name next year.
The 9th category is the least improved. No, wait, hold on. Oh no, the best waiver wire pickup is the 8th category. I didn't want to skip this one. This is an important one. And the one that was voted was Cadena with Justin Jefferson.
Yeah.
That was the 1,400 yards for the rookie. Broke the record. You got a good one there.
Yeah. Thank you, London.
Shout out to London on that drop.
And it's crazy because I picked him up because I wanted to have Adam Thielen back. That was my theory. I didn't. He was rookie. I know he was good, but obviously, run first off, and
a lot of play action.
Yeah, and the touchdowns go Thielens' way.
Yeah.
So my theory was pick up his backup, and then look what ended up happening. And his backup took over.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. So congrats on that one. The 9th is the least improved manager. And honestly, there was a tie on this one.
Really?
Yeah, the two managers were Nelson and Let's Go.
I think that would have belonged to only one person.
No, it was a tie, legit. So it was Nelson and Let's Go, least improved managers.
It makes sense. I'll say that.
Yeah, the Lincoln Park Award, although it sounds like it's a little poking fun, but it's also like, sometimes you just don't have the luck. It's the Lincoln Park Award. It's you tried so hard, but in the end, it doesn't really matter.
In other words, shit out of luck.
Yeah, so the Lincoln Park Award goes to Will. Billy, we respect you in this league. I'm surprised to hear that you still haven't made the playoffs, but I'm confident. You know what? I might make a bold move right now. I'm going to guarantee that Will's going to make the playoffs next year. How's that?
Okay, hold on. So the Lincoln Park goes to Will, right?
Will. Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously the votes are in.
Yeah, the people voted.
The people voted. I get it. But can we give some love to Carl too? Because he definitely tried.
I would love to. Absolutely. You're the champ. This is your show. Yes. So if you want to give him
give him some love.
You want to give him a code? Okay.
Yeah, bro, because he got Struggle Bus went 3-10. Suicide went 5-8. Get me? So
yeah, no, I think that you taking records aside, if you look at what Carl did to try to keep himself in the race, he did try so hard.
Yeah.
But in the end,
it didn't matter.
It didn't matter. So congrats to you gentlemen for co-winning the Lincoln Park Award. Salute, my brothers. And last but not least, and this award, strangely enough, is if we voted after the championship, it'd probably be different. But yeah, I think so.
Why?
Because I don't know. Is this a Karl Malone thing where Karl Malone took the MVP from Mike when Michael was about to have a crazy playoffs, win the championship, and you know what I mean? Like it felt like he had a great regular season, but you can see the kinks in the armor, like the losing right before he got into the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like the destiny part just wasn't on his side. After a while, like, because it looked like he was destined for it, but once he started losing at the end, I was like, maybe nobody needed that to play that first week in the playoffs more than London, I think.
Yeah, he was definitely blessed also, bro, because let me look at his team real quick.
DK Metcalf, AJ Brown.
He didn't really have to face too much adversity as far as
Alvin Cook,
COVID,
or
too many long-term injuries. So the luck factor was, I mean, he did lose Hitler.
Yeah. Oh, so I mean, obviously, by the way, the MVP is London. London was voted the MVP.
Yeah.
Not that he's not deserving. I think it's impressive what he did this year. But the people voted, and we salute you, man. You won probably the most prestigious of all of these awards, except for the Troll Award. I think that's a dope one. But the MVP is nothing to sneeze at. That was our first annual.
Hold on. That's not the most prestigious award.
No, it's the most important first annual TFS award. Sorry.
That championship.
No, yeah, that's not a TFS award. That's a Lights Out League award. That shit that's the big one. That doesn't live in this little bubble.
There's levels. Levels.
Nah, that's the big leagues. That's the big leagues, man. These are like the consolation awards. Yeah, but
had to brag for one more.
Oh, no. This is your show, man. This is your show. We did want to mention that we're doing the Lights Out DFS League because we are gambling degenerates and can't stay away from taking each other's money. So what we did was we created how many teams are in it right now? Do we know?
Trying to recoup some of that money back.
yeah. We gotta get this champ back. But I know that so far we have about 7 people that are gonna play at what did we make the buy-in? $50? Okay, yeah. So far we have John, myself, Ryan, the champ, London, and who else? Oh, and Pootie Tang. So that's at $50. That might be a $250 pot, guys.
Nice pocket.
Oh, Nelson makes 7. So
nice pocket.
We got some cash in there.
Hopefully we can 10 in there.
You got some. Okay, so can we get into a little bit of wild card plays real quick? What do you think of for DFS, or you want to share that? Because I got a few names maybe that I can like rope off for each position, and then we can be done if you want.
Sure, why not? I mean, as far as what do you want to start? Running backs?
Like I'm gonna start with quarterbacks.
Okay.
A sleeper. Let's give you maybe Ryan Tannehill. Value wise, maybe if you wanted to go with a lower price. I mean, he's at
the thing is that it's the options, man. Look at the options that are available.
Yeah, he's 6,600 in DraftKings right now.
Yeah.
So it depends on how you want to build your team, right? Do you want to try to stack in the other positions? Because I think value wise, he they got Big Ben at 6,100 against Cleveland. Wow, that might.
What's the tough? And then you think what's the tougher matchup on paper? On paper,
torch Cleveland, bro. Big Ben about the torch Cleveland. Yeah.
Cleveland's defense,
Nah, bro, they passing defenses basura. You saw what they did to them. Yo, Big Ben's record is like he only lost 2 games against Cleveland all time.
Bro.
Yeah, I gotta look that up because I want to really fact check that.
That's it.
Ben Career versus Browns. 24-2-1.
So who do you think will have a better game? Because I'm gonna be honest, I was leaning towards one of the top quarterbacks.
Yeah, I mean you wouldn't be wrong. Again, this is all like considering how you would like to construct your team, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So this is in no way me saying this is the guy you should play, but if you want to play a different way,
so,
budget.
I would honestly, I would go with Allen.
Josh, okay.
Yeah, it's just the bottom line for him is just he's just gonna get his points regardless. He's facing a tough defense, but it's almost certain he's gonna get his rushing yards and yeah. Yeah. Honest, yeah, and I think you guys are gonna beat him.
This team?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
I think you guys are gonna beat Indy, man. That's why if I would pick a quarterback now, I don't have my mindset yet, but I would go with Buffalo.
Yeah, funny thing, I was looking on Twitter, and the wide receivers for the Bills, and this is just a story about how much fun it is to like not only be a Bills fan, but I imagine how much fun it is to be a Bill, right? Like a player. So the wide receivers always had this thing all year where they would like, I guess, end practice on a high note and like dance whatever they're playing. They had video, and I'm gonna put it up. They had video of
I saw that
Allen dancing with them. How
MC Hammer was it?
Yeah, MC Hammer. And funny fact that the last time the Bills made it to the I think the first Super Bowl, that was the single.
That's crazy.
It's either the last time the Bills made it to the first Super Bowl or the last time the Bills won a playoff game. That was the single.
That's funny. MC Hammer.
Yeah, MC.
Die-hard Raider fan.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Die-hard Raider fan.
We'll avenge you. So let's go to the running back position if you want real quick. That's just real quick. I'll do a bang for buck guy. Man, your boy Taylor, man, against the Bills. I gotta admit, I'm a Bills fan. I know how bad that run defense is. Not bad. I'm gonna rephrase. Not bad, but they can be scored upon because the passing defense is probably the tough part.
Yeah.
What's
going on with Kamara? He has COVID, so he's not playing.
Not is he?
Yeah, he has COVID.
I've been so out of this fantasy football stuff, but they need him. So was it 10 days? Because I think he comes off 10 days from when he got it. So he's probably still on track to come off the list and score 6 touchdowns.
So I would definitely, obviously, Taylor probably being one of my options.
Okay.
Probably most of the league is gonna go with that route too.
Yeah. All right, let's go to wide receiver.
I know John's gonna go that route.
Let's go to wide receiver, and you got to think sleeper on this one. Let's go sleeper, man. Let's not go with like these high name guys. Let's go with a sleeper on the wide receiver side because we're gonna probably have guys that are gonna stack running backs and try to maybe pick up a wild card or a lower tier wide receiver to make up for the budget deficiency. So who are your like bang for buck guys, like some sleepers? I can give you one, and I had him on my team, and I think he's really slept on the last 4 weeks of the season.
I think Claypool might be someone you could
like Claypool
plug in there.
5,200 on DK on DraftKings. So I see your Claypool, and I'm gonna raise you a Marquise Brown, Tennessee Titans secondary. The last team to shut down, who had the formula to shut down Lamar was Tennessee, but their secondary doesn't look the same this year. So Lamar, they've been playing really good.
And Brown has shown a connection as of late with Lamar. They've put up some good numbers the last couple games, so there's no reason why that should stop. So that's definitely a good option.
Yeah. And let's go over to tight end real quick. Give me your sleeper tight end for this week. We got some good ones, man. Let me see. I'm gonna give you. This guy isn't really a sleeper.
That's just tight end is so.
It's tough because you either try to spend some money on a tight end, right? But then you're going to sacrifice some of your budget, and probably, like, depending on how you want to frame your team, do you really want to
What's the smart decision? Do you think is spending that money on a tight end where you know you're gonna get your points?
Do you? Which tight end is it? Is like that in this league?
Well, there's only 2.
Yeah, exactly. So even those, Kelsey is the only guy that you know for a fact.
Yeah, exactly.
The PPR value is, I think that's something that's important.
That's the leverage, exactly. That's what you at. So then you look at the matchup on the team and the players that are getting us. So Hurst. What am I talking about?
You just said Hayden Hurst.
I forgot what we're thinking. I'm thinking still season. Forgot we're in the playoffs.
Better get out of here.
I got in the playoffs.
Yeah, you're a champion. You're not supposed to be talking like that, bro.
Yeah. Nice. I'm drunk. I'm drunk off of the victory, brother.
The champagne, the victory champagne. All right. Let me see. Because there's some, without risking like being expensive as hell. Let me see some tight ends. We got some people.
I'm gonna not thinking about it. I think I would rather hear your option because there's money involved in this, and that's gonna be a tough decision.
Yeah, I'll give you a dart throw. And again, because I'm conscious of my team and I know, and we're gonna be blowing this team out. So they're gonna probably throw a touchdown to this guy, Trey Burton, 2,800, man, that's value. And Buffalo. Well, okay, since Matt Milano came back, you got to probably consider that decision a little bit harder. But think about how our cornerbacks have been playing, shut down, and then our safeties. I think that if there's maybe one person that's going to have some wiggle room, it'll be maybe either of the tight ends. But I think Burton more.
What about any of the Bills tight end?
I love Dawson Knox, man. I love him at 3,100. Yeah. But I don't know if 3,100 is the price range some people would go to. But I do like Dawson Knox. If you look at his usage, the trend, man, you gotta like it. I'm not gonna tell people to play Dawson Knox, but
I'm just thinking on that one factor where they're gonna concentrate on stopping Diggs.
Yeah, everybody tries.
It's
that.
just everybody's gonna try.
Yeah.
You get me? So
it's not gonna work. Josh,
yeah, I mean, it's either gonna work or not. It's been working more than other.
Yeah, it ain't gonna work. Trust me, bro.
But if it doesn't work, that's where Knox comes in.
I think either way, even if it is working or not, I think Knox has been trending into a very serviceable tight end.
Do you see that game being a high-scoring game?
On the Bills side, it will be. I don't mean to sound arrogant, but yo, bro, like, look what we've been doing to teams. And I mean, are we talking about the Indianapolis Colts teams? The last 5 weeks has averaged like 350 yards passing or something like that allowed. I mean, come on, what are you talking about here?
So you're picking Josh Allen as your quarterback too?
Yo, all I know is that this team is gonna win. Yeah, that's all I know. Yo. We're not ready to it ain't over. Let's go to the last position. I guess let's go to just a wild card. The defense. Let's just go to defense real quick. Just give me a dart throw defense. You don't have to if you don't want to. But what do you got?
Hold on, my device just RIP.
The what?
Hold on. You open it up.
We gotta think about like where do people go with it?
I know it's Brady and I know the Tampa Bay offense. You can score some points, but man, that Washington defense got some good players, man.
Really good players, man. I like the Washington defense. I wish Chase Young wouldn't have said anything about Tom Brady.
That's yeah. I forgot about that fact. That yeah,
Again, we're talking about what are you willing to spend your budget on? What is the normal strategy, and what is a good versus bad strategy when it comes to that? I think defenses are valuable. I think in DFS, if you can find one of those defense that aren't expensive at all, the bottom tier defenses that can boom for you, there's more value in that than trying to hit one of those higher priced defenses. Not that it's much of a difference, but when you can save yourself $1,000, that goes a long way to maybe making your flex a little bit stronger, right? Or maybe making your running backs 2 RB1s.
Yeah.
So it's an interesting dynamic when it comes to that. But keeping that in mind, that's why Washington's an intriguing pick. You got man.
If I was to just pick a sleeper, it would be Washington 1, and I don't know, my gut's telling me Cleveland for some reason. I know you mentioned
a division game.
Yeah, I know Roethlisberger. I get the whole thing with record with the Browns, but it's just I like looking at trend, and that offense. First half of the season, 30 points would come easy. Second half of the season, I don't know. They struggle with good defenses, man. And
the Steelers?
It's underrated. The Browns don't have the best defense in the world, but they're respectable. And it's like you said, a division game. So I would say that would be my second sleep with the Washington.
Okay.
I think Young has it in him to back up his words, man.
Okay, I'm gonna throw a Hail Mary and say that the Tennessee Titans last year kind of found Lamar's the formula to stop Lamar. That's the fact that they're the cheapest defense.
Dobbins is he gonna be available to play? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have no idea. So we were discussing DFS, and we had some technical difficulties. Unfortunately, I think our champion's been kidnapped or abducted. So I'm going to close this out myself. It is weird not having a guest. I think I've done one episode like this. That is the recap. I think we discussed talking about defenses for DFS. I'm looking forward to that. The matchups start on Saturday. The Buffalo Bills are playing the Colts. Really excited about that too. Again, shout out to our champion. I think Ricky deserves a lot of credit for how he handled himself this year. A lot of you did. All of you did. And it was a really good year for fantasy football. It was a really good year overall for everyone that participated, especially us in Talk Down TV that we've expanded now to having a podcast. We really want to thank you for tuning in. Those of you that organically just bumped into this page, thank you. We got Cadena back. Actually, I was gonna just send it off. I wanted to just do some closing thoughts while you get your camera going here. We got the DFS stuff out of the way. I was just basically saying thank to everyone that organically just viewed the page and came on and followed our league and supported our madness. Bunch of grown men just arguing about football, but it's fun. And again, I'm excited for next year. It's bittersweet that we're gonna end this. I don't even know if I'm gonna do any more DFS episodes. Honestly, we have a lot planned for this channel. But it's been a fun year. I'm gracious and humbled that everyone basically tuned into the show and allowed me to, keep you company while you were at work or wherever it was. I'm deeply humbled and gratified that you were able to let me shoot in the gym and be better at this while using, Nelson, for instance. He was a good sport about me, leaving his drop in there all year. So, everybody's been a good sport. Our champ here. I'm gonna give you your closing remarks here.
Good luck to everyone next year, man, and thank you for participating. And Thank you for motivating, man. I'll say that it was motivational. Like just watching some of the teams like throughout the season and what they were doing and some of the moves, and to me, like it helped me throughout the season as well, because I saw the benefits, and like I said, it was a way for me to grow a lot this season. And, yeah, very grateful.
Yeah.
Appreciate the money.
To everyone that participated, to all of the managers, thank you, and we'll see you next year. I know we're gonna have a team meeting or a league meeting coming up. I'm not sure when. I'm sure the commission will set that up, but we'll be there. We'll see each other. We'll all see each other at the next draft. For those of you that are tuned in to Talk Down TV, one last time, I have to mention that the beats that you hear behind us are supplied by Infamy. Infamy Sounds. Please go to his Instagram page, his YouTube channel, Infamy Sounds, his website, www.infamysounds.com. Really dope catalog, up and coming producer. Thank you for letting us use your catalog. We had the pick of the litter. I think that we're fortunate to have someone with his caliber that's just willing to let us use it. So thank you so much for allowing us to like jam with you or provide some sounds while we're arguing over football. Thank you, Infamy. Rye, thank you so much, man. I know, with our personal lives, sometimes things get busy. I know Ryan talks all day. So for him, and we do too, but he like literally is someone's ear training him all day. You know what I mean? Like, so I think it's, we could all use a break at some point. And again, I could use the practice doing this. So Rye, I appreciate you for entertaining my madness, my creative madness when it comes to stuff like this. Both of us, when we think of it, we just do it. And we have a lot more in store for you all on this channel. We're excited. Jill, who joined our team season 2, we're excited about seeing what she has coming, and her wings are going to start spreading, man. She's going to be a force to be reckoned with. We have a lot of shows that we're developing. We're looking for talent. So if anyone knows of a podcast, a personality, if you feel like you'd like to provide or be part of something creative like what we're doing, entry level, I'm sorry, we don't really have time to train anybody, but if you feel like you're good at something, and you can bring an element, just hit us up, the fantasystandardtfs@gmail.com. If you want advice on how to run a podcast or a fantasy league, please let us know. We can always get you in touch with the commish, or we could always talk to you. On that note, thank you all for joining us this season. Humbled, deeply humbled that you allowed us to go a full NFL season and share our madness with you. We'll see you next year. Keep tuning in to Talk Down TV. We have another show that we will be revealing very, very soon. There will be a complete rebrand coming, by the way. So we're very excited about what's coming. To everyone here in the league, from Ryan, from the commission, everybody else, and from our champion, Rick here, Cadena Shooter, aka the champ is here, aka
the winner,
aka the winner, aka your champion's favorite champion this year.
Yeah.
AKA I can talk my shit because I talk my shit, I did my shit, and I proved my shit.
Damn right. Say it again.
Yes.
Say it again.
For Shooter, I'm P again, signing off. See you next year. Oh, that's the fantasy standard. Now see. All right.